It's Ryan Griffin. This is the head of the VI. It contains all sub VIs, run through a error and a stop button. Moving on to the IR VI, two sensors acquire data. The AC/DC is frequency is measured. A linear scale is applied that converts volts to centimeters. Distance control is determined by using the setting. And then logic is to see whether the linear scale is less than the distance control. Moving on to the vision acquisition, its original source goes into the vision assistant, detects edges and line sensors, changes settings for color. It IDs the edge and determines the center. If error on the edge, then false value returned, then it drives the DC motor. If value returned is positive or negative from the center, and it gives it a positive or -1 value, which it sends to the motor VI. Down the bottom, the color classification. This determines the color on the spectrum. It defines which of the color it is. It feeds a predetermined settings, slow, medium, fast. Assess against the highs of the spectrum. Yeah. If one true it gives a 100% divide constant, which is divided from 100%. If the color is not visible, it goes from the last one that was seen, and this drives the DC motor at whatever speed. Onto the servo, it starts at midpoint, and the correction step is times the ±1 that the camera line sends. Specifies which way the camera turns. If the servo exceeds preset limits, it breaks the other limit and scans for a line, and then there's a duty cycle for the servo. Moving on to the DC drive, starts with the VI servo pulse, determines if higher or lower than midpoint, and chooses which wheel it will then drive. Calculates when adding wheel percentage increase is if it's a +100%, then it'll be reduced from the other wheel. This is your differential. Plus or minus values dictate motor direction, and the line sensor IR control stops the drive if they produce an error. So, moving on to the front panel, this just contains variables from the sub-VI to display useful information on the front panel. So it displays the camera, the obstruction LED, the line center LED, the color found LED, the speed LED, the duty cycle percentage, and the stop button. That concludes the run through of this program.